2026 Chevrolet Corvette C7 arrives like a statement in motion, a car that refuses to be confined by its own legend, taking the familiar angles and ferocious spirit of the C7 era and sharpening them with modern instincts. From the moment you see it, low, wide, and unapologetically muscular, you know this is not a simple revival or a cosmetic tribute. It feels like a carefully tuned return, one that respects the DNA of the 7th-generation Corvette while injecting contemporary performance and refinement that make it relevant today. Visually, the 2026 C7 balances past and present. The creased fenders, distinctive quad taillights, and mid-engine proportions nod to the lineage that made the Corvette an icon. But every panel seems to have been reconsidered. Aerodynamics are more purposeful. Vents and intakes are integrated with sculptural intent, and the stance reads as ready to pounce. Designers kept the aggressive front splitter and functional rear diffuser but softened transitions, so the car reads as both beautiful and purposeful, with detail work that rewards close inspection. Underneath that evolved skin, Chevrolet engineers aimed for a drivetrain and chassis package that rewards both seat-of-the-pants feel and forensic lap times. The 2026 C7 is offered with a revised small-block V8 that blends naturally aspirated character with contemporary efficiency and output. The result is a power plant that sings with traditional Corvette cadence at high revs, but also delivers torque and responsiveness that make it usable every day. The package is completed by precision gearboxes and calibrations tuned to match different driving philosophies, producing a car that feels coherent no matter the configuration. Suspension technology combines adaptive dampers with the double wishbone geometry the Corvette is known for, but tuning emphasizes a broader usability envelope. Track-capable springs and anti-roll bars are complemented by drive modes that recalibrate throttle response, steering weight, suspension firmness, and stability control intervention. In touring mode, the car smooths out road imperfections with poise, while sport and track modes sharpen the chassis into something plainly more eager and communicative. The engineering intent is clear. The car should be rewarding whether you're carving a mountain road or preparing for a timed lap. Inside, the cabin is a reminder that performance need not mean neglecting creature comforts. The cockpit is driver-centric with supportive bolstered seats and controls clustered around the wheel and instrument binnacle for minimal distraction. Materials quality is a clear step up from earlier Veta generations. Soft-touch surfaces, contrast stitching, and optional leather or Alcantara coverings give a sense of upscale sportiness. Ergonomics favor control and focus, and the layout keeps the driver connected to the machine without unnecessary complication. What sets the 2026 C7 apart is how modern tech functions as an enabler rather than a distraction. Driver aids, such as adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, and a 360-degree camera system are thoughtfully integrated. When driving enthusiastically, systems blend into the background unless specifically requested. Performance telemetry and data logging are accessible through the infotainment for owners who want to analyze track sessions or share laps. For purists and club racers, there is a stripped-down track package that pairs back weight and creature comforts while adding the hardware needed to be competitive on the circuit. Driving. The 2026 Corvette C7 is a visceral experience. Throttle inputs produce immediate responses, and the V8's note has been engineered to be as much an emotional feature as a technical one. Rich, low-end torque that builds into a high-revving crescendo. The steering is direct and weighted with feedback, making it easy to place the car precisely at speed. Cornering balance favors predictability and composure. Mid-corner corrections are entertained rather than punished, and the chassis invites progressive inputs that reward a skilled hand. Practical considerations are addressed with intelligent packaging. Storage space is modest but usefully laid out with compartments in the front trunk and behind the seats. Infotainment and climate systems are intuitive, and visibility, often a concern in mid-engine cars, is improved through design choices and comprehensive camera systems. Fuel economy is not the headline, but modern engine management and aerodynamic improvements deliver better real-world numbers than older high-performance cars while preserving character and excitement. Customization is integral to the Corvette. Experience and Chevrolet leans into that with gusto. Buyers can choose multiple performance packages, bespoke trim levels, and factory-backed personalization options including distinct wheels, aerodynamic kits, interior colorways, and appearance packages that recreate classic Corvette motifs. Limited run series celebrate heritage with special badging, unique paint, and exclusive interior touches that enhance collectability and make certain examples instantly recognizable in any gathering. Safety and ownership are treated sensibly. The structural shell integrates high-strength materials to provide a stiff platform for handling while meeting modern crash standards. Warranty and service programs are aligned to reassure buyers that owning a Corvette is a manageable long-term relationship rather than a leap of faith. Chevrolet's dealer network supports specialized performance servicing and offers driving experiences that help owners exploit their cars safely and confidently. Ownership culture remains a vital part of the Corvette's appeal. Enthusiast clubs, track days, and dealer-hosted events form a network that amplifies enjoyment and knowledge sharing. Chevrolet supports owners with driving clinics, optional maintenance plans tailored for spirited use, and access to performance parts that keep cars competitive yet reliable. These programs lower the barriers for newcomers and deepen the bond for long-time collectors, turning ownership into a communal, rewarding experience and ensuring the C7 remains a centerpiece at meets and on racetracks worldwide everywhere enthusiastically. Measured on paper, the 2026 C7 stakes its claim among serious sports cars. Sprint times that flirt with the low 3-second range in top-spec trim and lateral grip that lets drivers commit through fast corners with confidence. Braking is decisive, and optional carbon ceramic rotors reduce fade during repeated track sessions. The car's balance and aerodynamic load allow for neutral handling at the limit, and the setup rewards careful adjustments that yield measurable lap time gains. At the same time, the Corvette never forgets daily usability, making it possible to drive to a track day and then head home without feeling exhausted. Pricing places the 2026 C7 in a compelling value territory. Attainable compared with exotic rivals, but premium enough to reflect its engineering and capability. Special editions command higher prices but offer features and exclusivity that appeal to collectors. Historically, well-maintained Corvettes hold value well, and this model looks poised to follow that pattern. Particularly limited run and well-optioned examples that capture the imagination of enthusiasts. The 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C7 is not a museum piece. It is a living interpretation of what made the Corvette great and what it can become. It honors the past without being trapped by it, delivering a package that is practical enough for daily enjoyment and potent enough for serious track work. In an era where many performance cars drift toward extremes, luxury GTs that lose sharpness, or racers that sacrifice civility, the C7 finds a balanced path that feels honest, exciting, and unmistakably Corvette. For anyone seeking a sports car that combines tradition with modern capability, the 2026 C7 is a compelling emotional choice that rewards both the head and the heart.